Hello all, and welcome to the zoo.
Why am I here?
Minions of the Zoo is a lovable ragtag group of misfits that sprang up initially as a fan group to Ranting Monkey, Scribelite, Some Dumb American, and their joint Lords of the Night livestream show. Late-night discussions in Discord quickly evolved into streams of their own, with each member bringing something new and different to the table for discussion. Led by the incomparable Rejekt PPC and the one-ton hammer, the group rotates hosts known as Zookeepers.
Hello everybody and welcome to Minions of the Zoo. I am your host for this evening, One Ton Hammer.
I will be your zookeeper tonight, Rejekt.
Alright, and welcome to the zoo. I am the TheLuckyPoptart.
Inquisitor, Sanguine.
Skep Tock.
I'm Prospero.
And I'm Delahazed.
Regular streamers, they're known as minions, and special guests are known as traveling exhibits. They're on a nightly basis, so that each show has something unique and fresh for our audience. Minions of the Zoo currently streams at 10:30 Central Standard, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Let's be xenophobic. It's really in this year. Let's find a nasty, slimy, ugly alien to fear. There's no more cutesy stories about E.T. phoning home. Let's learn to love our neighbors like the Christians learned in Rome. We know we ought to hate them. They're different, you see. We've seen they're mean and ugly on movies and TV. The folks that ought to know have told us how it's got to be. The gospel truth is found in scenes from Alien and V. Let's wipe out any life form that seems to be a threat. We'll serve them up a genocide they never will forget. 'Cause if we miss a couple, they'll breed a couple more. And soon we'll all be hating twice as many as before. You see, aliens can never be as good as humankind. A more delightful race than us you'll never ever find. So step aside, you star slime, we're ready for your worst. We know you want to beat us, enslave us and defeat us, oppress us and browbeat us unless we get you first.
Hello everyone, welcome to the zoo. Sorry about that. I'm your Zookeeper tonight, Inquisitor. I am running solo tonight. So, and I know that is really loud, so hold on. There we go. How is everyone this evening? I hope everyone's doing well. We're going to be building some orc bikers today. So, yeah. Something a little different. We're building instead of painting. So, hey Elwyn, how's it going? How's it going? Blood for the Blood God. I'll take that as a compliment, even if it is horrible, cornate blasphemy. But yes. And yes, Shroom, it is it's early and it is quiz. It's getting to the point where you just kind of expect that it's going to be way early on Mondays, because yeah, I work 10-hour days, at a minimum 10-hour days. So Mondays, you know, and I have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So the usual time, the 10:30 time, just does not work for me. So yeah, keep our autonomy and whatnot. Just expect Mondays to be earlier than everyone else. And I will do my best to try and be on other people's streams as often as I can. But you know, it's rough for me. But I will do my best. So yes, today we're going to be building some orc bikers. I went and bought another group of 3 to expand my bikes. So I think I just lost a base. Hold on. Could have sworn I heard go down onto the ground. Okay, there's 2. Where's the 3rd? Bases. Hang on. Where did the 3rd one go? There you are. All right. Yeah. Having a real job hurts streaming. Yeah, that's very true. TUES. But I'll try to still manage to be here for Monday, so everyone still has their weekly dose of quiz. Shit. I think. But wait, down there. I was wondering if I left my glue somewhere out of reach, but I did not. Should be down here somewhere, I think. Let me check. I'm just dropping shit all over the place. No, it's not in here. Fuck. Alright. Now where the hell did I leave my glue? Glue. Oh, man. Where did I put you? Shit. Oh well. I'll look for it. Oh, there it is. I see it. 1 second. Ugh. Glue acquired. Alright. Yes, straight from the sprue. Yeah, like I was saying, I don't think I've ever done this on stream. Actual assembly. So we're going to cut straight from the sprue and put together some orcs. And this might be good. I don't know. Tutorial or whatnot for some people, or a peek inside of this hobby for some people who don't know what some of it entails. Painting, obviously, I've done that on several streams, but assembly is also a thing you've got to do with it too. So. The exhaust pipe for that. Trying to see if there's one in particular that has the exhaust pipe and the others that don't. Alright. Well, one thing that, you've definitely got to do after you've clipped the pieces off of the sprue is you need to, because you can see right here, got little bits of the sprue that are still on the model, so you need to go and shave those off. And it is best to try and get as close to the actual model as possible when removing these attachments to the sprue, so it makes it a little easier to fit it together when you are eventually gluing it. But yes. next 6 minutes contacted me today because he wants to do a Chaos 120 reunion with people that were on as guests. And, you know, in keeping with the theme of why I start early here on Mondays, I had to tell him, I'm like, look, dude, I work like 6 days a week. About the only day off I have is Sunday, so if you want me on literally any time, it's going to have to be on Sunday. That's the only day I'm available. So, well, we will see. We will see. Probably change the blade on this Exacto as well. Question is though, is where the hell did I put all my extra blades? Yeah, this works for now. If I find them a little bit later, I'll swap it out. I know the Orc Codex here just dropped earlier this week. Talking, I think Sunday. I think Sunday is when it actually came out, which is awesome. I'm heavily looking forward to trying out the orcs and all of their new toys. So for this bike in particular, and I don't want to basically just remake the models that I already have for the orcs that I bought previous, so I'm going to try and blindly mix it up. So I'm going to be putting different pieces on the handlebars on different bikes, and putting different wheels on different bikes. So we're just gonna sight unseen here. We're not gonna follow the instructions that it comes with, because for the most part these kits are fairly modular, which is nice. Just so long as you're putting the right pieces in the right places, you have plenty of different pieces you can mix and match. Like this right here is the chain that goes on the bike, and the exhaust as well. Okay. So now we need a wheel, front wheel. Let's go with this one. Middle. I also figure we're not going to go for too long. I know I started way later than I originally intended. It's funny. Yeah, I'm here early, but I'm actually starting later than I intended. I was originally intending to try and go for 7 o'clock, doing 7 to 8, but we'll probably go to 8:30, just to make sure that we get an hour. It's good enough build time. It's good for the chat and the channel and all of that. Yeah. I'm hoping my orcs will be in a really good state when the codex comes out and I can start really playing the army. That's the hope. I know that a couple of the models that I actually have for my army got really big upgrades. So it makes my army a lot more competitive than it maybe once would have been, which is nice. I like having the armies that I play, obviously having the tools available to them to win. But yeah, I don't know, it's just fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the new codex. Okay, so we got wheel. Alright. Now, we're not doing this. We're not putting the power claw on this guy because I'm concerned that knobs on war bikes are not going to be available for too much longer, so I don't want to put a second knob in there and all of a sudden not be able to use the models. So we're going to make just regular war bikers with choppas, because each war biker has a choppa and a slugga in addition to its regular Daka gun on the yeah, that thing. So let's do this. Another thing I didn't do for my bikes here is I did not originally put the front wheel cover out. Sorry about that. Having to clean off my glue spout, and some molten glue just hit my finger and burned me a little bit. That's fine. Let's do the other wheel half. So now we're going to do this. We're going to go like this. Just wheel. Wheel. These halves conjoin. Just like that. Now I gotta make sure that he sits on the base, right? There we go. Now we just wait for that to dry. And in the meantime, work on another bike. Let's go this way. Hey, I see Dr. Keever in chat. How's it going? Kiver? And I'm never sure how to pronounce that. See, that's another thing that you need to look out for too with these models, is you need to look out for mold lines, which you can see some of them sometimes. It's a little difficult to pick up on the camera right now because the bit is fairly far away from the camera. But yeah, that's one of the issues that you definitely need to take into consideration, because nothing is more frustrating after you get priming with the mini and you see a big old mold line just bisecting the mini and making it look terrible. So it's always a good idea to look for mold lines in the build process and try to eliminate them there. But yeah. So one of the things that I saw in the new Orc Codex that has me a little excited is the interior art has pictures of the orcs, obviously, because it's their codex, but the art depictions show them fighting the Death Corps of Krieg, which is an Imperial Guard regiment, and as you all are probably aware, I play Cadian Imperial Guard as well. But one of the things that they show in the artwork is they show a unit specific to the Death Corps of Krieg called the Death Riders, which are essentially human cavalry. Think World War I. They had cavalry charges still in World War I, and the 41st millennium is no different. And one of the things that I'm kind of curious about is that there was a unit in the Imperial Guard Codex called the Rough Riders. Now, the problem was that Games Workshop never made models for the Rough Riders, and it got to a point where they weren't going to balance around the rules if they didn't make models. Well, with now the Death Corps of Krieg actually getting models made on the Games Workshop side instead of their other company called Forge World, which is the only place you could get Death Corps of Krieg before. Since the Death Corps are getting plastic models instead of resin, and they showed the Death Riders, does that mean that they are going to bring back the Rough Riders for the regular Imperial Guard? If that's the case, then I am super excited, because I definitely want some of those minis for my guard, or for my Cadian Guard. So that's what I'm really excited about. Now, don't get me wrong, it's the orcs, and I'm excited to see all of the rule changes for the orcs, because they're an army that I play as well. But yeah, seeing the Death Riders definitely has my interest. So Elwin asked what glue am I using. I'm using Citadel plastic glue. My roommate went and picked up 2 bottles of it to build his demons, and I'm using the extra one to build my orcs. So yeah, it's essentially it's plastic cement. The chemical process in this glue actually melts the plastic, which gives you a much more solid join between the plastic, which is very nice. It makes the model super sturdy and very, very strong and not prone to breaking. So highly recommend. I'm not sure if Gorilla Glue in fact actually does make any plastic cement, but yeah, in terms of cyanoacrylate superglue. I do have a bottle of that as well, but that's mainly for my pewter models, of which I still have a lot because I've been playing this game for a very, very, very long time. Terry, I've been following it. I told my buddy, because my buddy actually has copies of Guilty Gear Strive that he was going to give to all of us, everyone in our friend group. I don't know exactly how or why he has all of the multiple copies, but that's what he was gonna do. But he was, he and I were talking about it. I'm all like, yeah, but dude, there's no biking. And he goes, well, are you one of those guys, no biking is no buy, Ken? I'm all like, yes. It's like, I've heard Guilty Gear Strive, though, is very, very good. I know, it's really, really nicely balanced, and the net client is very, very good. Unlike Xrd, 3's net client was garbage and was almost impossible to play online. Yeah, I've heard Strive is really, really good for that, so here's hoping. This one's a little bit more temperamental. The wheel is not wanting to stay, so we're gonna put that one within line of sight here, just to keep an eye on it. You stay and fucking pardon. Yeah. I know I know your whole situation there about single player and multiplayer and stuff. I don't know. For me, you and I have had this conversation before. Most of the time I play fighting games, it's only with other people, or at like conventions and stuff like that. It sucks that they don't have like fighting games meant for single player anymore. I remember back in the day, one of the major things that I would do is I'd spend so many hours playing games like what was the name of it? Shit. Oh god, I can't remember the name of it now. Hold on. It'll come to me. Eternal Champions. That was it. Yeah, for the Genesis, my friends and I would play Eternal Champions against each other all day, and then I would play Eternal Champions by myself as well, because it was a challenging and still compelling single player campaign, and you just don't get that with fighting games anymore. It's kind of unfortunate. I get where you're coming from, even if most of the time that I play those kinds of games, I'm playing it with other people. Yep, Terry with his drop bears. I'd really like to fast forward these bikes and get them done so that I could start using them in a game. As it stands, the only orc minis that I've used that are not 100% painted are my battle wagon and the Rocket Truck Squid Buggy. Everything else is painted, which is a really, really fun thing to say, is the fact that I have a fully painted orc army. Never thought I would play this army ever, but I love the idea of the Mad Max orcs. It's a lot of fun, but oh yeah, I found out about something the other day. There's a YouTuber, everyone should be subscribed to him. He's also first found out about him from Newgrounds, but he's an animator. His name is Stamper TV on YouTube. Infamous. Everyone should know about Stamper. But the funny thing is that he was kicked off of Twitter for some bullshit, which really kind of sucks. But his mom is still on Twitter, and her Twitter handle is Stamper's Mom. Which is awesome, but I was browsing Twitter the other day, and I saw that Stamper's mom had retweeted and liked this thing that I didn't know existed, but now that I do know exists, I really, really badly want to be involved in it. There's a... You can't really call it a convention, you can't really call it... anything like that, but it's kind of like that. It's a big gathering is the way to really kind of drive home the point. It's called Wasteland. It's like a festival, live music and all sorts of shit like that, in the Mojave Desert in California, and the entire thing is like post-apocalypse Mad Max themed, and it looks awesome. I heavily want to get a costume ready and modify a car and all sorts of shit like that and go to Wasteland. That would be so fucking fun. Speaking of, for Australians there, Terry, you think you can find me a good deal on an Australian Ford Falcon to convert up as Max Rakatansky's black on black car? Because that would definitely be pretty fucking badass. And for those in the know, or not in the know, Mel Gibson in the first two Mad Max movies drove a Australian Ford Falcon, and it was only available in Australia, and that's the iconic Mad Max car. So The major problem about trying to find a Ford Falcon is, getting it imported from Australia up here to the U.S. That and the steering column is on the wrong side of the car. Yeah, Terry, you said that really annoys him that the Arc system works, turns story mode into a movie rather than a game. Yeah, I noticed that about X3 too. Was that they turned the X3 story mode into a movie as well. It's kind of annoying, but at the same time, like I kind of get it. They wanted to separate out the story mode for the filthy casuals there, Terry. So. I suppose the other way you could view it too is that that's the only way that game journalists would be able to see the story for Guilty Gear Strive. Do you think any game journalist is gonna learn what it means to Roman cancel, or any of that kind of stuff that's kind of required to play that game? At least in higher difficulties. No. Don't you fall on me, you piece of... There we go. Now, so you know who was missing from a lot of who was missing entirely from X3, but I kind of miss as a character. I mean, granted, he plays pretty much how Jacko plays currently, but Testament. Whatever happened to Testament, man? He's been gone since 2. Keep saying that Roman canceling is a waste of super meter. I don't know, man. I say it all comes down to when it's advantageous to do it. I find that a lot of times the Roman cancel really comes down to whether or not your time is better spent doing some chip damage. Also, there are some characters where their regular attacks are just plain better than their supers. Sin Kiske immediately comes to mind on that, because you don't really ever want to worry about trying to build up his tension meter, because his regular moves just do so much more damage. And they're more strategically advantageous to do than, say, trying to build up his tension meter. It's funny too, because my buddy who plays Guilty Gear the most with me is kind of in the same boat with me. Only most of the characters that I was really, really good with are completely missing. But I had more of them than he does. But the one character that he was really good with is missing from it too. He really liked Raven. And Raven's gone from Strive, so... Cliff, yeah. And Judgment. Cliff and Judgment would be a really good return to Guilty Gear. So, I don't know, man. Let's see here. Yeah, I need to get the... this and this and this and okay. That. There we go. Yeah, I got home from work today and made some baked chicken and potatoes. It was delicious. Thing about it is that I got done eating right before I had to come over here and start up the stream, so. Itis is hitting me a little bit, you know. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, ABBA? Yeah. That was, what was it? Accent Core that ABBA was in? Let's say there's also, fucking, what's his name? The dude that's possessed by Sadoko. God, what was his name? Shit. Possessed dude from Guilty Gear X2. He's gone. Bridget's gone. For all those people wanting their trap. I have a feeling I'm probably going to have to wait for these things to be fully dry, so I'll probably have to come back to them tomorrow after I get home from work. And I'm going to have to shave down all of the joins between the half of the bike, because you can see this big, huge line down the center of the, like the gas can and shit, and then the saddle. That's going to need to get shaved down, so... These bikes are a lot of work, but they're a lot of fun too. I really enjoyed painting the three that I already have. So they will be fun to do again, to add to the mob. I saw this really interesting conversion, you know, speaking of Animu and the stuff, you know, talking about Guilty Gear. I saw a dude make an orc bike conversion and made all of the bikes look like the bikes from Akira, and that was so cool. The inner reformed weeb in me said that's fucking cool. No, I'm not gonna lie on that one. Zappa, that was his name. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, Bridget would be suicide with the wokies and now around nowadays. Yeah, that's true. You got a point there, Terry. You got a point. So. We got handlebars. You know, we may even call it before an hour is up, guys, because now I'm thinking about it. 8 o'clock is kind of when I need to try to get to sleep for fucking 4 o'clock in the morning. I feel like such an old man. I can't stay up like I used to. At least not if I have a job. But I will try. I will try for you guys. I will try. We're going to put the whole handlebars on and then decide which handlebars to clip off for the orc's grip on them later. What's most important is that they're actually on the bike. Orc bike Ken? Yeah. I know these have mold lines. Really bad ones too. I saw them. It sucks if I go and do all this work to try and get rid of mold lines and then I'm just clipping the handle off anyway. Oh well. I don't care. I know they're there. And again, sight unseen, we're just going to attach them to random bikes. There, right across. Boom. There's that one. This one's the only bike in the whole bunch that's probably the most stable to stand up on its own because it's got this like half track in the back instead of a wheel. So that's the only one that really balances. That's alright. They will eventually get all done. I'd love to eventually have like a whole shit ton of these guys. Just a whole group that is far larger than I can take in any army that I physically have models, you know, to take the rest of an army for. Because I love the biker models, they're just so cool. It would be the Orky Sturgis. Well, we got the bikes built, guys. Just needs the exhaust pipes on them, but yeah. All 3 bikes are built. And I think that's about time we call it, too. Hope you had a good time watching glue dry this time around instead of paint. Ooh, you know, something a little different. But, yeah. Yeah, we've been your Minions of the Zoo. Thank y'all for coming out. Be sure to check out tomorrow where Skep Tock is the host. And, yeah. Yeah, hope you guys had a good time. Everyone take care. Zoo's closed.